Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good whatever it is wherever you are. Thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode of Saturday Morning Sit Downs. In today's episode, I will be telling you everything that you need to know about Scooby Doo Where Are You Season 1. So, Scooby Doo Where Are You Season 1 aired from September 13th of 1969 to January 17th of 1970 on the network CBS. Now, this, of course, is just Season 1, so Season 2 actually rolled into, I believe it was late 1970, that or late 1971. I can't remember exactly. I think it was like October of 71. I think is when Season 2 ended. And then, of course, Season 3 isn't really Scooby Doo Where Are You? It's kind of more like the Scooby Doo show, if that makes any sense. But that came later, obviously in 1978. So anyway, before we get into this video though, if you do enjoy the video, please do remember to hit the like button. It really helps expose my channel to a broader audience, so we can get more people involved with the channel. And of course, if you have any questions, comments, or even any criticism, don't forget to leave it down in the comment section down below, as I will be responding to each and every comment that is posted on, of course, every video of mine. And last but not least, if you enjoy classic Scooby-Doo videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, as I post every morning at 7 a.m. Central Time. Now, let's get on to the video. So, before I get into the actual video, I just would like to say that this video kind of doesn't really have any specific topic that I talk about. It's just kind of a lot of broad information about the show that not a whole lot of people know about, that I just kind of made into a video. But there really is no specific way that I'm going to go with this video. I'm not going to specifically talk about one specific subject having to do with Scooby-Doo Are You Season 1. This is going to be a lot of kind of odd information that just no one really thinks to talk about, and that's still out there, but no one really knows. So there's that. And then the second thing is, before we get started with this video, this will probably be my last Saturday and Sunday morning sit down. Well, Saturday morning sit down, I guess. About Scooby-Doo Where Are You Season 1 anyway. I'm currently watching the season right now, and I'm nearing the end of it, so I kind of figured that I would post my videos along with which season that I'm watching. And if you know anything about Scooby-Doo, you'll know that the new Scooby-Doo movies will come next. So I'm not certain on this. It may take me a bit longer, and I may have another week of Saturday and Sunday morning sit-downs about Scooby-Doo Where Are You Season 1. But if I would have to guess, they're going to be subsiding in the next couple weeks. But that doesn't mean that I'm done making Scooby Doo Where You Season 1 of it. Saturday and Sunday morning sit downs. Excuse me. It just means that for now I'll probably start to reduce the number of videos that are about that as I'm moving on to the next incarnation of Scooby-Doo, but this will probably come back later on in the channel's future, so don't worry about that. But anyway, all right, let's get into the actual video now that we're 3 minutes into me just talking. So anyway, so first we're going to start out with a little bit of background information. So Scooby-Doo Where Are You is an American animated mystery comedy television series that was produced by Hanna-Barbera for CBS. The show is part of the network's Saturday morning schedule, so that means that all these episodes just air every morning, or excuse me, every Saturday morning, so they are just kind of weekly episodes. And the show aired for 2 seasons, which ended on October 31st of 1970. So in the introduction, I said 1971. It actually is October of 1970. So my bad on that. Later in 1978, a selection of episodes from the later incarnation Scooby's All-Stars and the Scooby-Doo Show were aired on ABC under the Scooby-Doo Where Are You Season 3 name. The series centers around a group of teenagers, Fred Jones, Daphne Blake, Velma Dinkley, and Shaggy Rogers, and the title character, Scooby-Doo, who is a let me pronounce this word real quick, anthropomorphic Great Dane, and anthropomorphic can be defined as an attribution of human traits. Excuse me, let me look here. I just lost my spot in the script. But an attribution of human traits, emotions, or intentions to non-human entities. So basically, it's like personification, but yeah, it's basically like personification if you're familiar with that. But not exactly the same. But I'm not going to go into that. This isn't a vocabulary video. If you really want to figure out what the word means, you can go look it up on your free time. So anyway, excuse me. I have a little bit of a cold, so if I clear my throat, that's why. My apologies. I hope it doesn't drive you guys too insane. So, moving on. The gang travels around in a blue and green van decorated with orange flowers called the Mystery Machine. In this vehicle, they solve mysteries involving local legends. The perpetrators is almost always a person in disguise to seek to exploit the local legend for personal gains. Basically, what that means is they're doing what they're doing to take advantage of some sort of myth or legend going on in the area to, of course, get money or get attention or something like that. So, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You is the first incarnation of what has become a long-running media franchise, primarily consisting of animated series, films, and, of course, related merchandise. Now, we are going to move on to the origin of the show. So, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You came to because of Hanna-Barbera's plan to create a non-violent Saturday morning program that would appease the parent watch groups that had protested superhero-based programs of the mid-1960s. Scooby-Doo, Where Are You was originally titled Mystery 5, and later, Who's Sis Scared? That stutters in the name of the show, the second name of the show. A number of changes were made during the early days of production, the most significant being the exclusion of the musical group angle that was borrowed from the Archie show. And basically, what that means is that the angle originally of the show has to do with kind of like a musical group. So um, the four teenagers, I guess, would have been kind of like a singer group. Of course, if you know what the Archie show is, you understand what I'm talking about and what I mean. If not, you can go look up what the Archie show is. I'm sort of thinking about doing maybe a video or two on that, but I don't know it that well. In fact, I've never actually seen it, but I do know a little bit about the show. So anyway, however, the same main concept survived all the changes that had occurred from the early stages of production to when the first episode premiered on September 13th of 1969, of course. Lastly, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You was a hit for Hanna-Barbera and CBS. This led to Hanna-Barbera creating a number of other shows with the same concept. These shows included, and I just picked the popular ones that you might know of. These aren't all of them, but these are just a select few that I picked out. So, Josie and the Pussycats, The Pebbles and Bam Bam Show, Speed Buggy, Genie, The Funky Phantom, and the Funky Phantom, excuse me. But if you know, a few of those will come back in this new Scooby-Doo movies. I'll tell you right now. So obviously Josie and the Pussycats comes back. Well, they have kind of what's where I'm looking of a collaboration between the two. Speed Buggy comes back, Genie comes back, and I think that's it for those ones that I named off. So in 2005, Scooby-Doo, Where Are You was ranked 49th by Channel 4's 100 Greatest Cartoons in the United Kingdom. More recently, it was voted the 8th greatest kids TV show by viewers of the same channel, and it was ranked 24th, the 24th greatest cartoon on IGN's Top 100 Animated Series. So that's basically kind of what I have for information. I know it's really not there's not a lot of it, but it's just kind of stuff you don't really think about, and it's just kind of some good background information to know if you really want to know the show in depth, and in full, and what it actually means, and how it came to be, and things like that. So yeah, so that's going to do it for today's episode of Saturday Morning Sit Downs. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all learned something new about our favorite TV show. And of course, if you know something that I did not mention in this video, don't forget to comment it down below to help expand the rest of the viewers and, of course, my own personal knowledge of the show. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit the like button so more people are able to see this informational video about, once again, our favorite show. Lastly, if you enjoy Scooby-Doo videos, don't forget to subscribe so you'll never miss any of my daily videos that are uploaded at 7 a.m. Central Time. So with that being said, guys, thank you all so much for watching. As I just said, I will see you guys in tomorrow's video of Sunday Morning Sit Downs.